Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anutha the Crochet World, and today we are gonna do a honeycomb stitch, and we're gonna make this phone pouch or phone case or phone cover. Now I've made this one with a cotton yarn, and I've used my 5 mm of the hook, and I've started from the bottom and I've done it in a circular rectangular shape, and I have gone on the top position and then have made this the design, and at the end I have made this strip. So let's begin. Now the honeycomb stitch is a little bit complex stitch, and the reason is we have to build a base first, and then with the help of that base we're gonna build this honeycomb stitch. So before starting up into a rectangular shape, let me introduce you with the stitch first, so you will understand the stitch first and then you can make this whole project. Now another thing, a longer strip here for crossbody bag, you can make a strip longer here and you can attach the strip somewhere in here and somewhere in this position, and can have the longer strip to have a crossbody bag. And you can simply just tie up this one in this way. This pattern is actually tried and tested pattern. Don't worry, your phone will not fall out from this one, even your card or anything inside. I would advise not to keep any change in this one, any coins. But yes, any bills, any notes, any cards, phones, that thing will not come out. And this will give a good grip here. So yes, this one is really nice phone case, phone pouch. And let us begin with the stitch first. So I'm gonna make a small portion, a small square portion of a stitch, just to make you understand how the stitch works, and then we will go for the actual project. If you like my this today's tutorial, please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I will make videos like this. So please subscribe to my channel, and let's begin. Now let's begin and have 18 foundation stitch. Now this particular stitch works in a multiple of 2, so I'm gonna have my 18 foundation chain. So it's 1 2 3, that's 16 17 and 18, and this is my 18 chain. Now for first 2 rows we are gonna do single crochets. So for this one, let's put our hook into the second chain. Now you can put your hook either way. If you want to put directly in this second chain, you can put it in here. I generally prefer to put my hook inside the back portion of the second chain. Now this is, if you can see clearly, this is the first back portion of my first chain, and this is the back portion of my second chain, and I'm going to put my hook into the second chain, the back portion of the second chain. Now it's entirely up to you. If you don't want to do this and you want to put your hook into a normal way, you can do that. And we are going to do a single crochet here, and we are going to have 17 single crochet because we have chained up 18. We're going to have 17 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you at the end of first row. Okay, so I have done my 17 single crochets here. Now remember, I'm just doing this one small portion of this fabric just to make you understand that how the stitch works. Now after making this first row of single crochet, here we have 17 single crochet. I'm going to chain up 1 here to start my next row, the second row, and I'm going to do another single crochets in this row. So I'm going to have another 17 single crochets here, and I'm going to meet you at the end of this row. Okay, at the end of row 2, we are going to end up having 17 single crochets again. Now chain up 1 for our third row, and for that one, let's put our hook inside the first chain and make a single crochet here. And for the second stitch, we are going to go down to the foundation chain, and we're going to put our hook inside the foundation chain. Now if you can see here, this is my first foundation chain, and this is my second foundation chain, and I need a stitch into this second stitch. So I'm going to put my hook into the second foundation chain, and we'll grab the yarn from there, and we'll have a longer single crochet, a normal one. Now this is our foundation for our honeycomb stitch. This is not the actual design. Again, into the next stitch, a normal single crochet. Now for the fourth stitch, again we're going to put our hook into the fourth foundation chain from the bottom. So again you're going to grab the yarn, and we'll make a single crochet here. Again, into the next stitch we're going to have a normal single crochet. Now for the sixth stitch, again you have to put your hook inside the foundation chain, and we'll have to grab the yarn and make a stitch, a single crochet, and into the next stitch a normal single crochet. So one stitch will be a longer single crochet where you have to take your yarn from the chain, and then a single crochet, a normal single crochet, then again a longer single crochet, then again a normal single crochet, and you're gonna go that way: a longer single crochet, a normal single crochet, another time a longer one, then the normal one, a longer one, and the normal one. And I'm gonna meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so this is my last stitch from the row 3, and I have made my single crochet, and this is my end of row 3. Now I'm gonna chain up 1 again for row 5, and will turn my work, and will put my hook into the first stitch, and will make a single crochet. Again I'm gonna put my hook into the second stitch, and will make a single crochet, and I will take this 2 strand for my next stitch. Now if you can see this a V shape here, you can see a V shape has appeared here. Now you have to take the second portion of the V, the first V, and the first portion of the second V. This 2 strands of yarn you're gonna need. Now you're gonna put your hook into this position and grab the yarn and make a single crochet here. Now a normal single crochet into the next stitch. Now as this strand of yarn has been left, take that one and take the first strand of yarn from the next V, pull your yarn through those 2 strands of yarns, and have a single crochet. Here again a single crochet, a normal one. Then again take this 2 piece of yarn, grab your yarn and make a single crochet. Again a single crochet here, and do all the way at the end. Okay, so for row 4 I've done my 15 single crochets. Now I'm gonna do a 16 single crochet as my normal single crochet, and for this one, the last one, the 17th one, I'm gonna put my hook into this 17th stitch, because we have to take the 2 portions of this strand, but we don't have here any other strands left, so we are gonna leave it, and we're gonna put our hook into this 17th stitch, and we'll make a single crochet here, chain up 1, and turn your yarn. Now you have to repeat it, but as we have put our longer single crochet into the second stitch, for this one, for row 5, you're not going to put your longer single crochet into the second stitch. You're going to do a longer single crochet into your first stitch. So if you can see here, you will find out a little star here. Look at this star, a middle star. This is the another star, another one here. Now this is the starting point of your, this is the end and a starting point of your first and second row, and that's why this star is been appearing here. You have to put your hook into that star and grab the yarn and make a longer single crochet for the very first stitch for row 5. Now for the second stitch, make a normal single crochet, and another time you're going to find a star here. So for the third stitch, put your hook inside your star. Now always remember, whenever you're putting your hook inside this little star, your hook will appear on the other side in between this this shape, this V shape. Your hook will always appear into that shape. So you just have to grab your yarn and we'll have to make a single crochet. Again, for the next stitch, make a normal single crochet. Now you will always find this star on your left. Whatever stitch you have been doing, you will find your star on your left. So just put your hook again here, and you're not gonna struggle. The space is already there, so you're not gonna struggle with your hook that you have to make a hole and then you have to insert your hook inside. No, you don't need to do that. It's really normal. It's really simple. Easily you can put your hook inside and you can grab your yarn and you can make a longer single crochet. And I'm gonna do it for the rest of my stitches, and I'm gonna meet you at the end. Again, put your hook inside the this star. You're gonna have one space there and make your longer single crochets into those stars. Okay, here I have done my 16 single crochets for my row 5. Now for my 17th stitch, it's gonna be a longer single crochet, and I have one space here, so I'm gonna put my hook into that one and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a single crochet here. Now if you can see, there is a space left here, but don't worry about this space. As and when you will go and you will work, this space will be filled out, so don't worry about that one. And you can have a single crochet in there and make a chain one and then turn your work. And let's begin with the row 6. And for the row 6, you're gonna put your hook inside the first stitch, so make a normal single crochet. And for the second one, if you can see a strand here, now your first V is here and your second V is here. Leave the first part of your first V, take the second part of your first V and the first part of your second V, and you're gonna have your 2 strands of yarn here. You just pull your yarn through those 2 strands of yarns and make a single crochet. Again, make a single crochet, a normal one here. Take this 2 pieces of yarn, pull your yarn through those strand of yarns and make a single crochet. Again, make a normal single crochet and just grab a yarn from there, make a single crochet. Again, that's it. Keep doing this one. I'm gonna meet you at the end. Okay, so I have done my 15 stitches from row 6, and this is gonna be my 16th stitch and my 17th stitch, and this is end of row 6. For row 7, chain of 1, and again now you have to repeat from row 3 to row 6. So as we have done in the row 3, we are gonna make our first single crochet as a normal single crochet, then we're gonna put our hook inside the star and we'll make a longer double crochet, then a longer single crochet, and then a normal single crochet, then again a longer single crochet, a normal single crochet, and I'm gonna put my hook inside this V as I have showed before, and that's it. You have to repeat from row 3 to row 6 now, and you're gonna have the honeycomb stitch. It will be on, as you will go on top, you will understand that the honeycomb stitch has already been started building up and will build up furthermore. And that's it. Now this is just for the tutorial and just to make you understand what the stitch is. Now let's begin with the actual project. Now to start with another style, we are gonna have, I've taken my cotton yarn and I'm gonna do a slip knot here, and I'm gonna chain up 12. Now I've used a 5 mm of hook here, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. And I'm gonna do a single crochet here, but I'm gonna turn my work, and this is the back portion of my first chain and this is the back portion of my second chain. I'm gonna put my hook into the second chain. Now it's totally up to you. You can put your hook into the normal way, or you can turn your work and put your hook inside to the back portion. And now I'm gonna do 3 single crochets on this second chain. So it's 1, and I'm gonna put a stitch marker here. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and I'm gonna do 1 single crochet into the each stitch, and I'm gonna have another 10 single crochets. So it's 3 here and another 10 single crochets, and I'm gonna beat you at the end. That's it. I have done my 13 single crochets here. I've made 3 single crochets first and then another 10 single crochets. So it's done. Now I'm gonna do another 3 single crochets into the same last stitch. So I'm gonna put, I've already done 1 here, so another 3 is gonna be 4. So I'm gonna putting my hook into this one, and that's 1, 2 and 3. Now I'm gonna put my hook into the first stitch here, and we'll do another single crochet here, and I'm gonna do another 9 single crochets on this way, another 9, as we have already done 1 here. So 9 chain left. I'm gonna do another 9 single crochets here, and I'm gonna meet you at the end. Okay, so I have done 26 and I've done another one, so it's 27 single crochets here, and I'm going to do 1 more single crochet in this space, and that's going to be my 28th single crochet. As we know that for this stitch we are going to need stitches in multiple of 2, so I have made all 28 single crochets, and I'm going to tie up my work here. That was my first single crochet. I will make a slip stitch here, and we'll chain 1 and do 1 single crochet into the each stitch again. So it's my first single crochet. I'm going to put my stitch here, stitch marker. That's second single crochet, my third single crochet, and I'm going to go all the way around and do 28 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And that's it. I have done my 28 single crochets, and I'm going to put my hook into the first stitch, and we'll make a slip stitch and we'll chain 1. As now we have 28 single crochets and 2 rows, we are gonna now build up, build up our design. Now into the first stitch and make a marker here. So this is your first single crochet, and for this second single crochet, put your hook into this very first chain. Grab your yarn and have a long single crochet as we have done it before. Now again 1 normal single crochet. Now for this one, put your hook inside the chain space and grab the yarn and make a single crochet here. Sorry. Now, if you are finding it difficult to find the space, you can see one star-like design in here. This is your chain, because at the one portion you have done one single crochet, and at the back portion you have done another single crochet, and that's why this design has built up. So this is your chain basically, and you have to put your hook inside to that one. Now again, a normal single crochet here, and put your hook inside that star. Grab the yarn and make a longer single crochet. Now next stitch. Now I've done 11 stitches here. For this one is going to be your longer single crochet, and for this one, instead of putting our hook into this space, I'm going to put my hook again into this one, and we'll grab the yarn. Now this is your stitch. You have to do your single crochet on this one, and that's it. And that's gonna be your next single crochet. So it's 11, 12, and this one is 13th single crochet. Now this one again gonna be your longer single crochet. So I'm gonna put my hook again into the same space, and this thing has been happening because of the this design. As we have done it longer honeycomb stitch, this thing hasn't happened, and that's why I've been saying that it's quite difficult. If you will not pay attention, you might will mess up with this one. And that's it, it is done. Now that's gonna be our normal single crochet. Now this one is going to be our longer single crochet, and for this one I'm going to put our hook into this star space. We have done it here. Now I'm going to do I'm going to put my hook into this star space. We have a space here, so let's put our hook in that. It might be difficult because we are doing it for the very first time. Later on, as you will go up in your project, it's going to be all right. The starting point is a little bit difficult because we are doing it into a circular way. Now this is going to be our normal single crochet. Now again, for this one, I'm going to put our hook in this space. We'll grab the yarn and have a longer single crochet. Again, normal single crochet, and that's going to be our longer single crochet, and I'm going to meet you at the end. Now I've done my 26 stitches here. I'm going to do this 27th one as my normal single crochet, and this is my last stitch. I'm going to make a longer single crochet as it's going to be a 28th single crochet, and I'm going to put my hook into the first stitch. We'll make a slip knot and we'll make a chain one. Now we have to turn our work, and after turning our work, this is going to be our first single crochet. So this is not the first, this is just the slip knot, and this is our chain one. Now this thing will happen because we are going to turn our work. If we are going to continue doing that, we won't be finding any difficult in this one. But because we are going into a wrong direction or in the other direction, and that's why this is going to happen, and that's why we always need a stitch marker. So I'm going to put my hook into this one. This is going to be our first single crochet, and that's our first single crochet. And I'm going to put my stitch marker so we will understand that this is our first single crochet. And for the second one, as the V has started forming up here, so let's have, this is our first V, and let's have the second part of this V, the first part of the next V, and grab the yarn and make a single crochet here. So this is our second stitch. Now for the third stitch, do a normal single crochet, and here again take this, and that's it, single crochet. Again take this, 2 single crochet, again, and the design has started forming up. Don't make a single crochet, now a normal single crochet, again take 2 strands of yarns, single crochet, now a normal single crochet, again 2 strands of yarn. Now always keep in mind, because it is a circular part, you might will find difficulty here. Also your yarn, the length of this longer single crochet would be a little bit smaller, so you have to find it out which one it is. That's it. Now take this one, take this one, a normal single crochet. See, this one is really very small compared to all these strength of yarns, so be careful while doing this circular part. And that's it. I'm gonna meet you at the end. Okay, so now I have done my 27 stitches here, and we're going to do another one stitch. Now if you remember what we have done in the previous pattern or previous style, we have to leave our first strand of yarn and the last strand of yarn. Here you can combine these two. Now we have to do it our 28th, the last single crochet as well. So here I have done a normal one, and just gonna do, we'll just take up this 2 pieces of yarn and we'll make a single crochet. And now that's our 28th one, and now I'm gonna put our hook into the first stitch. We'll grab the yarn and make a slip stitch here, and chain 1. Now again you will have to turn your work, and don't worry, you're finding this difficult only at this level. As your work will expand and will go up, you won't find this difficulty. You will be able to recognize your stitches. It is just because it is a starting point. It will be there for about 5-6 rows, and then it's gonna be all right. So for the next row, we're gonna have our first single crochet, but this one is gonna be our row 5, and this gonna be our, the first stitch gonna be our longer single crochet. Now if you can see a star here, that's the star. Now leave this one. As I said, this is our slip stitch. This is our chain 1, so that's gonna be combined in here, and this is gonna be our first stitch. And for the first stitch we have our circle here. Now you might will find it difficult, but it is here, so just look for that one, and it's coming up here as I said before. And that's it. This is our first longer single crochet. Put your stitch marker here. Now the next one will be the normal single crochet. The third one, here we have our space here. The star is here. See, you are having your hook on this V as I have mentioned it before, and that's it. If you're finding it difficult, keep practicing and you will get the design. Again, the next star is here. Now as we are approaching this portion, it might be difficult here because again it's still a starting point, so be careful here. This is gonna be our next single crochet, and for this one, as we don't have much space, but we can find out one star here. This is our longer single crochet, so it has to be in the middle of that one, and see, we can find our V as well. So that's it. Just grab the yarn and have your longer single crochet. The next stitch will be normal single crochet. Now again, in this space, put your hook into this one, now I prefer to work on this way, as I have mentioned it before, that this is the base of our work, and with this base we are gonna form our honeycomb stitch. So it's always better to have your base in front of you so that your actual design will come up neat and clean. Now again, we're gonna have, okay, sorry, it's here, and for this one, always find a space on the left side, and that's gonna be our longer single crochet, gonna be our normal single crochet, again longer single crochet, and a simple one. That's it, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of this row. Okay, I've done 26 single crochets here, and I'm gonna put my hook into this one. So that's gonna be my 27th longer single crochet and my 28th normal single crochet, and I'm gonna put my hook into the first stitch. I'll grab it and make a slip stitch here, and we'll have chain 1. Now I'm gonna turn my work and we'll make the design. Now for the design, we're gonna have a normal single crochet here. Put your stitch marker, this is your first stitch. For the second one as well, you're gonna have a normal single crochet, and for the third one, you're gonna build your design. And that's it. I'm gonna meet you at the end. Okay, now I have done my 26 single crochets here, and for the 27th one, I'm gonna take this 2 string of yarn. We'll make up a design and make a single crochet here, and for this one, this is gonna be my last single crochet, the 28th one, and I'm gonna put my hook into this one, the first stitch, and we'll grab the yarn, we'll make a slip stitch here and chain 1. Now again, we have to turn our work. As I said, this is our chain 1, this is our slip stitch. And for this one, as this is the I know it's going to be difficult to find a hook, a space, because of this mess up here, but I'm sure you're gonna, while you're doing it, you're gonna find it out by yourself. So this is our first stitch, this is our first single crochet. I'm gonna put our stitch marker here, and this is your normal single crochet. Now again, see, you are gonna find a space here, our star is here, put your hook inside that one and make a third stitch, which is a longer single crochet. The fourth one gonna be the normal one, again the fifth one and the sixth, and I'm gonna meet you at here. I've done my 9 single crochets, gonna be, this is the 10th one. Now again, put your hook here, you can see the space here. That's gonna be my 11th longer single crochet. 12th one will be the normal one, and for this one, see the space here. Yep, you're always gonna have this V, your hook inside this V, so you will find it out while you're doing it, so don't worry about that. So this is this longer single crochet, the normal one. This is our star again here. See, my hook is inserting in this one, the V at the back side, and a longer single crochet. Gonna be the normal one. Again, this is your space, and straightway into the V. And that's it, and I'm gonna meet you at the end. And that's it, I've made my 28th single crochet, and I'm gonna put my hook into the first stitch. I'm gonna slip knot, and we'll chain up 1. And now we're gonna build our design. So 1 single crochet here, 2 single crochet, and then you're gonna grab 2 strands of yarn and do a single crochet and the normal single crochet, and build your honeycomb stitch. And I'm gonna meet you at the end. And that's it, I have done my 27 stitches, and this is gonna be my 28th. And I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna make a slip stitch here on my first stitch, and we'll chain up 1. And again, we'll turn my work, and we'll do longer single crochets and the normal single crochets. This is now, I've realized here one thing, that while you're doing it in a round or a circular or a rectangular shape, it doesn't make much difference whether which row you have been doing. All you have to do is you have to follow the pattern actually. So while you're doing here, you have put first single crochet as a normal single crochet, and then the second as a longer single crochet. Then again you have done 1 single crochet, the longer one, and then you have done a normal single crochet. Now it's totally depending on your work, because your work will mixed up here at the end sometimes, and that's why you're gonna building up a design as well here with the chains, and you're putting 2 strands together and something like that. So it might be possible that you're gonna mix up your stitches here, but always keep in mind which the longer single crochet line, whatsoever you have done, where it is. If it is in here and your first stitch should come up here, then it has to be a longer single crochet. If your first longer single crochet is here from the previous line, and your first stitch has been coming up here, then it must be a normal single crochet, and then you're going to put your hook inside and then gonna make a single crochet, a longer single crochet. So it's just will depend on your skill, and you will have to find it out by yourself that which stitch you have been doing, so that you can build up your design at the back. And that's it. You're gonna go up into this project, and I'm gonna do another around 35-36 rows depending on my mobile phone. You can go furthermore, you can go around 40 more rounds, or 50 rounds depending on your phone size, or you have a smaller phone, go around 30 rows, whatever is your requirement. Just do as longer as you can, and I'm gonna meet you on after doing my 35 rows. Okay, so I've done my 35 rows, and I've worked, as I said, I'm gonna work on this stitch, the back side of the stitch, not the honeycomb stitch, because this is the base, and I'm gonna focus on the base so that I can build up my actual design. And that's it. I've done my 35 rows. Now I'm gonna do single crochets on each stitch. So I'm going to take up this. I'm not going to turn my work now. So this is my first stitch. And sorry, I just made a slip stitch here. I'm going to chain up one, and we'll do normal single crochet. If you want to put your slip stitch here, stitch marker here, you can put your stitch marker so that you will understand. And I'm going to do another 28 single crochets. I'm going to go around and going to do another 27 single crochets, as I have already done the first one. And I'm going to meet you at the end of this row. So I've done my 28 single crochets, and I'm going to put my hook into the first single crochet. I'm going to make a slip stitch here, and now chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. Leave one stitch, and we're going to make half double crochet into the next one. And now chain up 1 again, leave 1, and do a half double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, and we're going to do all the way around. We're going to leave one space here. We're going to do half double crochet, then chain 1, then leave this stitch, do half double crochet, chain 1, leave this one, into this one, half double crochet and chain 1, and I'm going to meet you at the end. I'm going to put my hook into the second chain, 1 and 2. That's it. Sorry if you can't see this because it was giving me a trouble. Anyway, I've done my 14 half double crochets and with chain 1 space, and this is my last I've attached my work with the chain here with the second chain, and I'm gonna put my 3 half double crochets into this chain 1 space. So 1, 2, and 3, and slip knot on this half double crochet from the previous row, slip stitch. I've made a slip stitch here. Now into this chain 1 space, again 3 half double crochets. So it's 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochet, and 3 half double crochet, and into this half double crochet from the previous row, I'm going to put my hook inside and we'll make a slip stitch. So grab the yarn and pull it through both the loops, and that's it. Again, 3 half double crochets here, and now make a slip stitch here, and I'm gonna do the same all the way around, and I'm gonna meet you at the end. Okay, so I have done my last 3 double crochets here. Now here I'm gonna tie up my work, so I'm gonna put my hook into this one, and we'll grab the yarn, and we'll make a slip stitch here. That's it, and I'm gonna cut my yarn, and we'll come up later. That's it, I have cut my yarn. Now I'm gonna weave the end. That's it. That's all done. Now let's turn our work. And that's it. This is how it looks, and let me have a strip for this one. And for this, let's grab a piece of yarn. Let's make a slip stitch here. Sorry, a slip knot. I don't know, is it only me or you as well? Slip stitch and slip knot. I always get confused in that. So this is a slip knot, okay, and we're gonna chain up 60 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and after chaining up 60, we're gonna do single crochets into the each chain. So let me do 60 single crochets here. Okay, I have chained up 60 here, and I'm gonna put my hook into the second stitch, and we'll make a single crochet, then again into the next stitch, another single crochet, into the next stitch, another single crochet, and I'm gonna have single crochets all the way around on my all 60 chains. Okay, I've done my 59 single crochets as we have chained up 60. We're gonna end up having 59 single crochets, and just cut my yarn, and we'll secure the end, and that's it. It's done. I'm gonna do this. That's it. I've put our strip inside, and now we're gonna tie this two ends. We're gonna tie this two ends. And that's it. We've tied our ends for the strip as well, and that's it. It's gonna be all right, and you can just pull it like this. It's gonna be your phone case or phone cover. That's our another one, and I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked my video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you into the next video. Bye.